He definitely froze. I'm gonna remove him until you get back.
Man, Apple just giving y'all props, man. Y'all cut my boy off.
um. So, bro, let me ask you this, man. How do you feel about the verdict? The the verdict, man, and like,
You know me, man. I think I might be a lost wall here, but you know what my mind think. I always think from the other side of my brain. I don't think what everybody else think. When they said the verdict, did you see old boy face?
no, I didn't actually see the
Go look
the.
at the video when they said the verdict when you get a chance.
Well, let's pull
He
it up.
didn't look pissed off. He looked like he kind of smirked a little bit, like he knows something we don't know.
Well, the judge told him he got grounds for an appeal because fucking one of the what that lady name was it Waters or what's the other McKinney? One of they had, I don't know. I might be saying the wrong name. But
I didn't
one of
look
them
at the
black
thing.
ladies, Stacey Abrams, one of they ass said some fuck shit about and they about they should be people should be confrontational. Um if the verdict is a certain way or something like that, doesn't go the way they wanted it or something. But then they were saying like it would incite violence or some shit. They saying that she inciting violence because she said be confrontational. Um,
So when Trump had people raid the state capitol, they
I
ain't saying
mean,
that nobody got locked up behind that for real.
they got some folks. They got their ass locked up.
I don't
A
think they
lot of them
stayed
on
in there.
trial. They got a lot of them on trial. But you know, and they gonna pass over that.
And somebody then two people died. Two security guard died.
Yeah, they say one. It wasn't because you know they had some kind of gas or some shit they were spraying. I don't know what the fuck it was, but they say he supposedly died of a heart attack.
They still they the cause of it though. If they would never came there, would never had to be sprayed.
So he had a heart attack and somebody else was shot, and then like well, you know, a protester was shot or some shit.
They should be charged with all three murders.
Yeah, we were talking about the verdict and kind of what was going on with one of the conference
Yeah.
ladies.
Y'all don't talk about, okay, we flaring it out then. I got you, nigga, gonna talk no money on with it, nigga. Hey, y'all happy for that motherfucker. I'm happy we got the verdict, but
I got you want me to tell you what I just told Reggie?
what?
I said I'm good with the guilty thing. But did you see it? Did you see his face when they said guilty? He didn't look mad.
Hold on,
He looked like he knows something we don't know.
Did
It
my
was like a
thing.
slick smirk. It was like a slick smirk he had on his face.
Slick. You ain't lying.
Like he knows something we don't know.
You ain't lying.
He didn't
But
put
then
his
my
head
thing,
down. He ain't shed a tear.
but see the cracker, cause see well, let me not say that. We lie, we gonna goddamn.
What we live on? Who I can see us?
we on
Nah,
YouTube, but ain't no
Oh,
views right now. This on
no,
low
right
key.
now, I'm just saying though, I'm being respectful
yeah.
for
We
the
on the
people.
low key.
I want to be out there cross platform. So when I say crack, I ain't talking about no motherfucking skin tone. I'm saying a person with a
A
mind.
racist white person.
Yeah,
A cracker is a racist white. Let's get that out the way.
that's what I'm trying to say.
When black people say crackers, they mean a racist white person.
That's
Not all
exactly
white
what.
people.
All right. So with that being said, bro, the cracker already know what the move is. But my thing is, I'm just happy. What that showed me is we at a point. I put it in the thread. In they courts, they convicted. They apex predator. In their society, a white
Yep.
male is the like in their mind, that's God
Right.
in their real
They think
brain.
that shit.
So
And they really think that shit.
when we making it to the point in Western society where a motherfucker is willing to goddamn convict their own God, that let me know that niggas is understanding that the tides is shifting, bro. Like I don't know exactly where that shift gonna go,
They
but
definitely shifting.
it's shifting. It ain't even got to be shifting in a major way, but it's shifting though. Cause a lot of shit happening, bro. We destroying the world. They killing more and more black folk. Like it's a lot of stuff just ramping up.
It's like they panicking.
Animal scene.
They panicking. They doing more stuff to incite us. Cause they know a move coming. They know a change coming.
Big
Well,
fact.
here's the thing, man. My only, I'm just looking at it like, yeah, I feel you, but you know how hard it is to get someone to relinquish their power. Like
Yeah,
they advantage, they know they have this advantage that they've created, right?
They
yeah.
created it.
I ain't gonna relinquish it.
You know what I'm saying? And so they not gonna relinquish, right? So what I'm saying is, and see, this is my problem. We have to stop. We gotta start cleaning our own shit
Yeah.
because otherwise, when the shit do change, we not gonna be ready for it.
Nah.
And it's gonna fuck up, and we're gonna be taking advantage of just how we've been taking advantage of on every other
Every
movement.
other move. I don't disagree with that, bro. I think you
That makes
absolutely
sense.
right. It's just that, you know what I'm saying. This what I'm saying right now, when we talk about making our own shit, we all so traumatized, bro. We all so traumatized
Hey
that
man,
we
you saw that?
people
You
doing
saw
their
that post
own
I put
shit,
up?
but we scared. We
Yeah.
scared to really jump on board with motherfucker. You seen the Black World Order thing?
Yeah, they got niggas shook.
Yeah, with the boy 19 Key
Yeah,
and all them.
but we don't have to be though. It's a choice. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I
They
don't
got that.
disagree.
They got us. They got us being comfortable with the lesser choice. I think. You know what I'm saying? Like they literally like trying. They generationally every after generation been taking out the warriors.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? To keep that fight low. And shit, it like, cause look, nigga, we the only community in the world, bro, where our women really are the leaders. Like our women speak for all black people for the most part.
yeah. Now you already know when you go there though. You know where I'm going.
What you mean?
That because of the destruction.
I'm not disagreeing with that. But at the same time, we still choose the destruction, nigga. I ain't saying it's an easy choice,
You right.
but it's still one. And that's
You
what
right.
I'm talking about. We gotta clean our own house. Like we gotta have a better standard of what of shit, man. Like, come on, bro. I know y'all tired of that hood shit.
Oh, I don't
Like
disagree.
on certain level, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, you be looking at some of these
Hey,
shit, like,
I'm gonna
or
be
some of these
completely
niggas,
honest.
like, bro, what the fuck you got on?
So I'm gonna be completely honest, bro. You know that, bro. I grew up, goddamn, being proud of where I'm from, but not understanding once I got grown, why this shit gotta be their way.
Hey, right.
So,
And a lot of it is we choose to make that shit the what it is. Like, I ain't saying the traps ain't there.
right, that's what I'm saying. Do what it is. It go back to your earlier point. It becomes the lesser choice. It becomes the less painful choice. It's
Right.
less painful to get yourself caught up in these traps. You did it less painful to get yourself goddamn jammed up. Think about it, boy. We all know folk who will gladly go to jail for 2-3 months at a time versus go through the pain it take the
To
workout
build,
about
to go out there and compete and build some shit.
right. We know motherfuckers who refuse to work an actual job or structure their life like a job, but they'll spend all the brain power to duck the motherfucking 12, duck motherfucking enemies and haters
Learn
in
how
the
to get
street,
these, we gonna get these peas off. You know what I'm
and market
saying?
and sell motherfucking product.
Right, but
You know
niggas
what
don't
I'm saying?
understand, bro. You literally creating the whole business. All you got to do is, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas market, niggas is out here marketing. You got a supply, you got a demand, you got a market,
You
you
got a
got a
business.
you got a business. It's just
Straight
not
up.
legal. You
Straight
Well,
up.
not legal
know
to
what I'm
their
saying?
standards, cause they not
But,
getting no taxes off of it.
but that's what I'm
Right.
saying.
But that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying,
okay.
bro. Like you take those
Okay.
cuts. It's not like we not innovative and we built the fucking world.
But that ain't the problem. The problem ain't innovation. The problem is they convince a motherfucker to be scary on deep levels. Like not surface scared. They make you goddamn be scared to goddamn go against what they have said the rules is. Like again, all three of us grew up in certain environment, right? But for whatever reason, we didn't take it when the motherfucker said, look, bro, just go ahead and go to jail, bro. Our whole life, though, that been the MO. Since birth to now, bro, it been real easy.
Well, I would say this, but we all have been, we all have had male example. Like, bro, you're a teacher. You know what I'm saying? How many male teachers, black teachers are there? They're real, like alpha male, not these fuck niggas. It ain't that many, and it was more when we were younger, and even more when we were in our older generation. And so what I'm saying is that shit has been coming less. More women are in there, and a lot of niggas. And me and you have talked about this before. A lot of these young niggas emotional. They ain't soft. They just emotionally weak.
But you know what it be? They be emotional because, and what I'm defining that shit is saying, a motherfucker don't know how to properly channel their emotion or respond to their emotion in a way that's beneficial for them. Like they respond in a way that hurt them. You did
right because they respond like a female. Exactly.
And you know where that come from?
Exactly. Single mothers in the home.
That female inundation.
They come with like a 200-year plan they had to get the black fathers at the home.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm saying.
And what I'm saying is we can't. Our women and our men got to come together. Right, exactly. And our women and our men got to come together and say, okay,
that's what we got to do.
We got to come together, and somebody got to lead. Like we can't.
Can't be somebody. The man got to lead.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to be PC.
That's the thing. The thing about it,
we got to. It's no. We have to lead the way. We ain't no. Go ahead.
As men, we got to lead from some of these fucked up positions that we created for ourselves in our younger years. That's what we not doing collectively right now.
Well, we got to build, man. We got to build together.
Right. But we thinking we like nigga can't. It ain't no start over, bro. This ain't no PlayStation.
No.
All this shit still with you.
We gotta make our another thing too, man. We gotta make our young niggas understand, man. Bro. And this is why we fucked up, because I think these young men go around make a decision like women and not actually, you know what I'm saying, not understand the full consequence. Because women may do shit and don't get no consequence. Like they don't really get consequences like that. You feel what I'm saying?
They don't get consequences. They consequences don't play out on the same scale like ours.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like I was really like, nigga, like you feel me?
I was scared of life and death, nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how real scared.
It's always a cushion for a woman.
Yeah, I was scared of really life or death.
Right. And so that real life. And that's what I'm saying. Like, so it's hard to how do we reconcile that, man? How do we get to a point to where, hey, black woman, your man that you not respecting because all these years of fucking social engineering, how do you get that woman to then come around and say, hey, I'm ready to follow you?
Yeah, how you do it?
I know you show and prove. You just got to show and prove. We put in their work. I know, but I'm just throwing it out.
That's what I'm telling you. The answer is what the answer has always been. The problem is today's man. A lot of men don't like that answer. They don't want to hear it.
Because again, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes imagine it. It ain't your fault. You didn't break it, but you the fixer though. So regardless of how you feel right now, you still gotta fix it.
Right. But that's the thing we gotta understand, man. Like as a man,
young men, bro.
You gotta lead. Like fuck what they talking about. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about what they talking about. Get on your shit, get on your program, get on what you need to do. Show and prove your work, and you make them goddamn get on your shit.
Cause that's what I believe.
It take time though.
It ain't no female who gonna have an actual man in her presence, in her spirit. Well, let me say this: it's a very small percentage of females who gonna have a actual man in their sphere of influence, and they not gonna listen because see, it's something inside of them that gonna listen to that. But can that dude stay right here with somebody who have been conditioned, who approaches life in an emotional way, right? So there are several layers and lenses of emotion and goddamn convolution because they live within the detail, like the deceptions of life. Like
right.
They live within that shit. So like they comfortable there. You know what I'm saying? Like if you find a real nigga, bro, straight up and down, another nigga bullshit him, make him glitch. That nigga can't take that shit. You can't take a nigga looking at you, bullshitting you. Not that you know it.
Yep. I'll be right back.
All right. Conversely, a female can function within that. You did?
Yeah.
She could be bullshitting the nigga, know the nigga bullshitting her homegirl, know her homegirl bullshitting her, and she cool with everybody. And she ain't even flexing. She really cool with them folks.
We'll flip though. Y'all got me fucked up.
Somebody gonna fuck around and get punched, bro. Right
yeah.
You gonna be all right. And sooner or later, bro, you gonna come across your line. You gonna realize you crossed your line. You gonna turn around and punch somebody in that situation, bro.
Yep.
And that's just how they gonna go. Okay. So what that means, so what I'm saying is, can you deal with a person? Can you get in tune with a human who functions that way and understand that you got to be in tune with them through something? They got to go through a phase to get to where you want them to be. See, in order for a female to truly listen to you, to truly follow you, to truly get into motherfucking alignment with you, you got to get her. You got to get to a point. Then you got to bring her through wherever the fuck she at to where you at. And then you gotta
be patient too, man.
And you gotta be patient. But how do you do that?
Patient.
Now what you gotta see, here's what my proposal is different because
I can tell you how.
Are you saying once a man after he's showing improve how to get the women there, or
first of all, ain't no after because showing improvement is gonna be a continual cycle.
Right, but you understand what I'm saying? Like there's levels. So as you grow, you know why what I'm saying, females respect. You're right. That's what I'm saying.
You gonna go to a level, you gotta grow her through here. This right here, the process where she growing through, that's why you gotta be patient at. And
now, what responsibility does she have?
Her responsibility in that particular moment, the beginning responsibility, first of all, it's gonna be multifaceted. First, her responsibility into herself to nurture herself, to begin to understand how to nurture herself. Because her ultimate responsibility is gonna be to nurture y'all world, to nurture y'all relationship. You did what I'm saying? You gonna create provisions for the relationship, which is gonna fall into categories like direction. You did, which is gonna fall into categories like resources, which is gonna fall into category like logistics. But she gonna provide nurturing for that relationship, which is gonna be goddamn emotional support, which is gonna.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of women ain't built for that now.
No, do the thing. It ain't that they ain't built for it.
I mean, they don't know how. I'll say this. They built for it. They don't know how.
So they got to be the teacher.
Because they've been drilled to say, hey,
and that what I'm saying.
Go to school, go get your education, go do this, because you don't need no man.
So then that becomes a part of the process of bringing her to where you are, because you're in a place where you understand that she don't know how to do it. Yeah. So since you're in that place where you understand she don't know how to do it, and the most important part is you as a man have decided to commit to this particular female, to whatever this situation is. This ain't no happenstance shit. Cause I'm not talking to you about we just met, shout we smashed. That's a whole nother situation.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about a situation where you're a grown man, you done decided, okay, me and this particular female, I'm finna get ready to pour into her. Cause that's what you're doing. I'm about to get ready to pour into her. You did what I'm saying? So if I'm finna get ready to go into a whole nother female, then I gotta already know, okay, what it is. I gotta bring her to this point. Okay, my female ain't built for this shit. You know what I'm saying? This emotional ride. But I know that though, and I'm committed to the female. So now I gotta help her understand that there's a place that she's going to come to that she's not currently, but I'm gonna guide her along the whole journey. Now, a regular female gonna fight back against that. She ain't gonna understand what the fuck going on. She gonna be bucking, bro. Why? Because she's fucking an animalistic mindset. But you can't forget, we was all in that mindset at some point,
Yep.
in some way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying across your whole life. That's what I'm trying to say. But in some way, hell, when we were trying to get money, we couldn't make but $100 at first. Nigga couldn't see 1,000.
Yeah.
Nigga couldn't see 10,000. Nigga couldn't see 100,000. You see what I'm saying? But you grow. So that give you the motivation to say, okay, I done did it. I'm at the point that I'm about to bring her to. So then my patience kick in. Why my patience don't kick in? Because first of all, I know the value in her being here with me. The value in this female who I chose coming to this space where I'm at.
And that's the key word you chose.
Yeah, that's value.
Exactly.
That value right there is why I'm going to be patient and I'm going to put in this work. Now, how do I be patient? You got to be active. You did. Patience is not a passive process. Patience is actively waiting. Imagine if you waiting on the bus, bro.
I like that.
A nigga trying to wait on the bus. I'm gonna break it down like this. If you waiting on the bus, you can't. The only thing you can't do in that situation is make that bus come no faster. You cannot do it.
You can't do nothing but wait on that motherfucker to get to your stop.
Right? So what can you do? You can make sure you get your ass to that stop on time. You can make sure you got your proper supply that you need when you get to that stop. You can mentally prepare yourself that when you get to that stop, that bus is going to come in its own time and that you're going to do something with your own time because now you're not going to give your time to this bus in the fucking phantom world. You're going to give your time back to yourself and you're going to do something with yourself, actively engaging in another avenue that you've already created. Because that's the other beautiful part about me. We think in lines, but there are multiple lines. You know what I'm saying? So you go activate, okay, well, if I'm right here, I can't do shit else. I can read a book. I can goddamn be preparing for whatever the fuck I'm getting on this bus for.
Right.
You see what I'm
work
saying?
out, read a book, work out.
Whatever it is, you're gonna do something to improve to get on that, to get to think, to go.
So
then
then
you know how that perfect metaphor though?
Go ahead.
You know how that perfect example though? Waiting for the bus to get there, that bus getting held up by all kind of other different shit. Other stops they making, rude customers.
Now bring that back to your female. Your female that boy, right? Okay, cool. Bring that back to your female. Your female got a lifetime of motherfucking experiences and responses to them experiences. And what we know, a female, you got to deal with all them experiences before you deal with her.
Yeah.
And that the fucked up part though.
It is. I ain't saying it ain't.
That the fucked up part.
It's fucked up or not, because it is fucked up.
No other patient come in there.
Right.
I heard Kevin Samuel say making a man pay what was that shit? Making someone in your present pay for your past is no future.
And he right. But he go the flip side. To a lesser, more logical degree, we do the same thing to them. As a man. Check this out.
Definitely.
Check this out. We shoot until we miss, nigga. Whatever way we first start hollering at a bitch, right? A female. I ain't trying to be disrespectful to no female, but whatever way we start hollering at a female that worked, we repeated that process.
Yeah.
We all had to cross a level of adulthood before we understood as a man. Tell Steve we can't hear him.
We can't hear you, Steve. Go ahead and get your audio right. Go ahead, Matt.
We had to become, we had to cross over a level. We had to graduate to a certain level in manhood before we begin to look at ladies as individuals. Because just being born in this part of the world, right? Being taught how we talk, especially us. Steve, when you get some audio, you can let us know where you from. But I know we from Atlanta. If you a dude in Atlanta, you talk one thing, nigga, you a player. Period.
Hey, especially when you came up on $8 MKG.
You talk that player to player niggas what you want to aspire to. Right.
So I'm saying, like, you in your beginning years, you in your adolescent years, so you looking at women like little blocks. You ain't looking at them like individual. But see, at some point, we get grown, we decide, you know what I'm saying, we falling in love, we decide, oh, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. We begin to individualize our desire for a female, right?
Kids come into play.
Right. See,
well, go ahead.
That's a whole nother story.
That's something else.
Yeah. I'm saying that part of like,
because see, I feel a whole different way about that, and I explain that to you too. But when it's just you and the female, you begin to individualize your desire for that female, right? But you already going to a point, and we don't bring her. We just said, first of all, in the beginning, we both just think the other motherfucker's supposed to come with us. Like, bitch, I'm grown, so you're supposed to be grown.
Yeah, she ain't with it, fuck.
Right.
That's true.
So what they doing?
That's true.
Back to the group thinking. Because I could just go right back in the same little pile I got her on.
Yeah.
Got another one like her, and it'll be just as good. It's plug and play.
Put on the assembly line.
But that's not actually true. To a large degree, you can reproduce what you want to reproduce. But see, that's something different than thinking all them is the same. So
I don't think that guy, that example, I don't think necessarily guys would think they the same, because that particular guy understand each female different. He don't deal with each female the same way, even though might have the same goal. You understand what I'm saying? Like and that's why a guy can be. You see a guy with one female, and they have a certain kind of relationship, and he's a totally different dude with another chick, because that chick brings out something else in him.
Yeah, that's
and flip that switch that you talking about. See, it's a balance, bro. It goes both ways, and that's how I think about it.
All of it go both ways. I just think that we are the leader. That's the only thing I think don't go to both ways. And I think that's the part that make it so frustrating on us at some time, bro. Because sometimes you want to get ready to break too. Sometimes you angry that the female ain't listening to you, but you still gotta guide her to the motherfucking wall. Or
you gotta, a lot of time, man, you gotta save her from herself. You know what I'm saying?
Why she fight you?
Why she fighting you?
And what I'm saying is that's hard to do. And so a lot of dudes
they'll check out. They'll be like, fuck that shit. I ain't gotta deal with that shit.
Right. And that's all I'm saying. And I'm saying, since that answer never gonna change, wherever you go, you just gonna start that cycle over.
I don't know, because there are women out there that will get with a man program. You know what I'm saying? Then he don't have to be a fucking millionaire for you to shut the fuck up and be cooperative. There are women that understand that the value of a man. There are women out there like that.
I ain't saying it ain't, but what I'm telling you,
it's not the majority. I agree with you.
If your mindset right, you ain't even gonna be about your millionaire status. If your mindset right, you gonna be straight. But no matter what,
I'm saying from a female perspective, like, bro, they judge us different. We look at females.
You say it based on that bag, ain't it?
Yeah, from their perspective, they like shit, nigga. I'll be look, bro. You listen to any female, they'll tell you, I'll be submissive, I'll listen, I'll be cooperative, but he got to be doing it, he got to be this type of dude. And like, no, because you should be that way because you are a female. He's a man. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not saying that he's better or more or whatever. That's saying that, hey, a man leads. That's it. That's how the natural order of things go. But feminism is I'm cool with it because
Why
it gives.
that's a cold word for depopulation. Get the hell
But
on.
it is, but it's for choice, right? No, but it was branded as it's choice shit. So if you make a choice, cool. You choose to say fuck a man and say I'd rather try to build myself up like a man, and you have these careers, cool, but you can't get mad with the consequences of it. And that's where a lot of think about it, bro. Look at all the chicks that we went, a lot of chicks that we graduated with, or even that we went to high school with,
right?
that are single, with kids, late 30s, or single, they have no kids, making the dumb cake, but they can't keep a nigga. And we ain't talking about the hood, you know what I'm saying? We talking about people who, you understand what I'm saying?
Them the regular chicks.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And so why is that? Well, and you got guys on, and you and I know plenty of single guys, so are you one of them? You know what I'm saying? Single guys that qualify. So
Big facts.
like what so then why are you know what I'm saying? And if I ask you, bro, why are you single? What would you say? If I put you on the spot right now, I don't mean put you on the spot, but I'll put you on the spot. If I ask you why are you
Player,
single,
man. Put me on the spot.
not to give out your situation, but
Hey, man, I'm a real player, man. You put me on the spot. Why I'm single?
Yeah.
why do you haven't chosen a chick to be like, all right, I'm gonna fuck with you?
You know what? I got a couple of good options. Hope they
But
ain't
why
watching
haven't
this.
you right? But I'm saying, why haven't you locked one down?
I ain't happy with myself. I gotta get myself together all the way.
I
If I ain't got
respect that.
myself together, I can't go pour myself into somebody else to help them come along. I ain't got my shit together.
And I hear that, right?
I respect
I
that.
hear that. I respect that. I got one push point though. I would ask you, what is a point that you gonna feel like you actually together? And the reason I'm saying that is because you done came much further than you were. You done came further than you have been in the last few years. Like since we all been grown, we all done elevated. At what point do you say, okay, this is the launching point? Have you created it? I'm not saying like you, but I think a lot of times like people may
I
not
guess
have.
you're saying like what would be your goal? Like, all right, when I get
When I
this,
think
or
I'm ready,
when I get to this level.
That's what I'm saying. What makes you say I'm ready?
that's a good question. I had to think on that one.
Cause see, what I don't want to happen. Now we can't hear you, bro. What I don't want to happen, though, is I don't want you to get in a situation. And I'm gonna tell you some real shit, right? I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Y'all know my boy Garner. Y'all know I fuck with Garner like that. My nigga. That my nigga. That been fucking with him since I was in high school. But bruh was one of them people for a long time. He was single, bachelor, whole adult life, right? But he ended up making it to a point where he just ended up wanting to lock a female down just so she'll take care of him, just so he don't have to be.
He ready to make a deal, and that's.
And what I'm saying is, like for me and you, like you my partner, Stovall. I wouldn't, and I'm not. Of course, I'm not saying that you old and you about ready to make a deal. I'm not trying to say no shit like that at all. I'm just saying though, I done been friends with this man like decades now. Like I done been friends with this man to and through to where we at now, where he got a girlfriend. He's literally on some let make a deal type shit. It's cool. It ain't not cool. But how many situations did he really pass up where he could have honestly built something for real for himself and for them? Like how you just said, I got some option right now. How many cycles of I got some options right now you gonna have before you end up in the situation where you like fuck shit? I'm just gonna grab this one over here because she'll stay down. Cause what we all know, We players. You'll get one stay home. I'll do that.
True.
But I would say, like, I'm just saying that to say, I don't think we think about it like that. But at the same time, with the other side of that coin is, what I don't think folk ready to have a conversation is I think we really got to rethink what we thinking about with the one-on-one thing anyway. I think that's a weird ass concept.
I don't think it's natural.
Now, I think
It's unnatural. First of all, I believe it's unnatural.
I think we at least need to.
Well, you got to think, bro. What? This is what I'm saying. There's always more females than males. Just sure numbers. First of all, so you will never get a 1-to-1. You'll never get a 1-to-1. Yeah,
not at birth, but at adults.
Right, as adults.
Yeah,
you'll never get a 1-to-1.
True.
So what I'm saying is, I just think it should be a mindset shift of if you can maintain the energy, right? And everybody actually chilling, because this the crazy part. I'm gonna tell you something why. I'm gonna fuck y'all do, right?
You try to get a black woman to agree
to
polygamy.
I'm gonna tell you some shit. This is crazy shit right gonna fuck you up, right?
Hey, oh my God. Go ahead.
You won't never admit this out loud. But the average female wouldn't really be bothered with you having a whole nother motherfucker.
Bro, if you look at it, most chicks that with niggas that we got kids, they sharing them anyway.
Right. So the problem be, they forced to live in a dichotomous type society where they feel like that internally, but in society, they would be ridiculed and embarrassed. And that addresses a very high level of volatility for their emotions. So, you know what I'm saying? A female got a spectrum of emotions, bro. And it ebb and flow. You did like this here. And that's some other shit I can talk to you about, because as a dude, the better you able to understand that and then control that to a certain degree, the better you and your relationship will be, because you will actually be able to see her ebb and flow, and you'll be able, oh, okay, cool. I need you. Okay, you're going up right now. Let me go and let you go up there. You'll come down. That's how I go. But anyway, that type of ridicule and embarrassment from other females, because it ain't even about the dude. It's about the other lady calling them out like that. So when the other female do them like that, it hit that point of volatility that make them can't be able to accept it. You did what I'm saying? Because think about it. When you be chilling, you be chilling when, you know, no news is good news type shit. When everything Gucci, it ain't that on you know what I'm saying? Ain't no itinerary. Woo, woo, woo. But what be happening to you and the dude? I'm saying your lady be chilling in them points. But what be happening with the dude? You be more balanced because you be receiving, to your point, earlier point, Tuck, the different switches that you need to have flipped on in order to function at your optimum level. Because see what a female will decide on you. A female will decide, right? And this they can ride because they can choose. You just don't want them to choose this shit. But they'll decide, okay, you got 10 switches that you need to have flipped up for you to be goddamn going on all cylinders. Well, nigga, I'm only flip 6 on them. Deal with it. That's what a female do in the real world, like the ones we live with in America. That's how they function. They say, I'm gonna do this and this. Well, I ain't doing that shit. And since I ain't doing it, you don't get to have it. So now it's so what that creates is a problem within you, because it's a disregard for a part of you. Because see, when you really fuck with a female, if she say, I got 10 switches, you gonna flip all 10 of them on and try to make her 11 switch. You gonna try to build one for her. Because you're gonna want to show her how strong you are. You're gonna be like, look, I'll flip all of them shits. At the same time, bitch, watch this. Wow.
Right.
You feel me? That's how, you know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, that's how I go. And since that's a natural way that they flow, that be creating the spaces, if you get another one, right?
Right.
But you can't necessarily do it like that because in order to do that, you really got to deal with a whole bunch of extra bullshit that really just come back to like, bro, like the average nigga be like, bro, I might well just chill. Or I might well just stay single so I can just fuck multiple bitches. See, think about that shit. That really be kind of the thought process, like,
Wow. And they go back what I'm saying. Like, why would I deal with that shit?
why would I keep doing it?
Why would I deal with it? You know what I'm saying?
And that be the thing, bro. So it's like I understand that shit. It's just so crazy, bro, because I really see it. It like once you start understanding like how we function, like you know what I'm saying. I really like fuck with human behavior, bro. You know what I'm saying? Working
I'm very observatory of that shit.
and just studying psychology and shit like that, bro. But just understanding shit, like we function a certain way, like we function in a real linear way as a man. You did, but once we moving and we get into an emotional space, that's a very guarded thing for the average man. So it's like, shawty, if I give you this shit, you better take care of this shit. Look, this ain't your shit. You throw your shit around in the street, and that's on you. I don't throw my shit around.
Right.
I get money. You don't gotta have no emotion to get money. So when you do, and also as a man, when we dealing with a female, we have to choose to get them emotion. You can deal with 3, 4 women and don't, but one of them get your emotion. Is that what you choose?
Yeah, is that what you choose? That's what I'm saying. Like they and females like, how can you deal with all these feelings without deal with it? It ain't emotional. Like you deal with them in certain respect. Cause like women gotta understand men got different parts to them.
Right. Certain things you doing are transactions.
Exactly. And other things are
them motherfuckers are transcendent.
Right, or optioneer. Like a man, what Chris Rock said this shit back in the day. Like a man is on the favors as options, some shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, we want to go down. Hey, on everything I love, nigga. I think every $1 million you supposed to get a new one. No questions asked. I don't give a fuck.
You say how much?
Every $250,000.
Every $250,000.
So right now, you start making 250 mil. I mean, not me. I'm sorry. Every quarter. Yeah, every $250,000, 250,000. Every 250,000.
Oh, wait. So look. The average black man make about $43,000.
Can't afford but one. Sorry.
So if a man is making $250,000, he making what?
$250,000 a year.
How many more times the average dude?
Oh.
That's what, four in the 250, 4 in the 25?
25, 6.
Yeah, by 6 times.
So he should have at least.
That with no question.
He should have at least 2 to 3 bitches.
I'm saying he get 2 with no question. That's all I'm saying.
He get 2 out the top.
Like, I'm kicking it with you.
Yeah.
I graduate to 250,000. I bring one more to the crib. We won't talk about them.
They cut him out. They ain't like what he was saying about that. They cut him out.
Oh, they froze.
They froze him.
Hey, have we had any viewers looking at
it? They ain't like that. Oh man, let me get them back.
Do we have any viewers looking ready?
No, we don't have any viewers right now. I didn't really promote it. I kind of wanted to be natural, man. This shit started out as a trade cast. I probably would split the video up and put the second half, as a different show, as a actual LifeGame podcast. But this kind of discussion I like to have, man, because I think black men need to speak their mind and let women know where we are, how we feeling, and what we really think. And I think that we've been silent so long. Like, don't nobody care what we think. We just supposed to shut up and just take whatever and keep it moving. And nah, man, we got standards too. We got feelings. We got things that we think about. We got aspirations. We got things that that we want and demand from our women. So I think that's the that's something that's needed. Um,
To go with what we were talking about though, they say you need a man to be the leader. So when
that
women get married to each other, who leading who?
that I don't know.
And
I
they
don't
go in
know.
circles.
I don't know. We got him back. They ain't like what you were saying, man. You got too hot.
Bro,
You got too hot. You
hey,
got
I
too
went
hot.
too far, bro. Hey, my
Hey, just
fault, bro.
like
I thought it
school.
was just you and me. I'm only been talking like it's just you and me.
Hey man, it's
You
just
know what
like
I'm
school. They'll
saying?
put by the class. Time here went too far.
They don't like that. And see, this is what I'm
Yep.
saying. I was telling so man, but that was needed though. Like we gotta speak on what we actually think, man. It's been so one sided in our community, bro. Like
Yeah.
that, I'm real. I'm just being honest.
And see, that's the thing, bro. Cause see, like I was saying, bro, in real life, that's how it go. The only thing about that that's messed up is that now you put yourself in a situation where you got so many women who behave like men that you might have a dude who decide he might want to be part of a two husband clique, but his girl make a quarter meal. You
Exactly.
see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I seen one little post or something. That one woman had two husbands. I said, them nigga gotta be gay. No
Nah,
offense, gay people that
them
they
niggas
did.
just beta males, man.
They might be betas. They got to be betas. They
Them niggas
both
just
got to be
beta
betas
males.
too. That the crazy
You know
part.
what I'm saying?
Beta
Because
Delta.
if you two dudes and you got one woman, it's supposed to be at least five. If y'all sharing, that how the Lions do that shit.
Facts.
Rules of the jungle.
Rules are goddamn stronger, bro. Like the thing about it be that really why they did what they did to her, bro. That really why when they brought us over here, they stripped her down and stripped her down for centuries. Because some of this shit wouldn't go. Because what I'm telling you ain't nothing brand new. The folks who get money like what we talk about, these folk function like this. You're not finna find no millionaire who by force now. I ain't talking about now if he choose,
Well, here's the thing.
that's a whole
It
different
depends.
thing.
It depends because a lot of times too, you'll have a woman that gets with a guy that's young when they young and they build and he becomes a millionaire and he stay down or he
No,
do it.
that ain't what I'm
But
saying. That don't
right. I'm
change the
just saying
fact
go ahead.
when he do that talk. Once he get into a meal talk, that look whatever he decide to do to fill in that space, because you just don't get to fill in the space completely.
That's
But whatever he decide to do to fill in that space, he ain't
true.
discussing that shit.
That's true.
That's a certain level of discretion. That's the equivalent of the first female we ain't talking about. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for example, you are prime example. Ant-Man right now. He got a girl at the crib, whatever. He discussing shoulder he knocked out and got down when they played the Nuggets or when we went to Sacramento played the Kings or some shit. I'm not talking to you about the big booty bitch I dust off. Shout don't fuck around here. I'm motherfucking real millionaire. Like,
And if she's a smart woman, she wouldn't even care.
but that's what I'm trying to explain to you. When you on the level with them, mindset wise, and you at that space, it don't be no conversation. That's what I'm trying to say. But
Right.
that thing be clashing against the way society forced that female to try to look at herself. You deal what I'm
Well,
saying?
I
They trying
think
to make
see,
you think,
but here's the thing. I think they sold, but see, they sell, but see, that's duty, bro. What you just explained in whole thing is what you call a woman that she's your wife or your significant other. That's her duty with her man. You know what I'm saying? She gonna stand beside that man, right? And she all for that man. Now they've sold in our society the concept of this romantic love, bro. and it's been like that's like, bro, it's a whole genre. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And women aspire to that, and I'm not saying they shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But in some cases, like, yeah, you might be in love, but he might not be what you want to be financially, or vice versa. So
Right now,
there's
they
always
shouldn't aspire to it in the way that we do, bro. See, that's what I'm trying to tell
nah,
you.
they should.
You shouldn't aspire to it in a way where you feel like that's an end all be all. Because see, these are other things. That's the
Because
thing
love
about
is gonna
America.
come though. You gonna learn to love that dude. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come. Like you ain't gonna never, you know.
But see, that's what they do to it. They push us into situations that we're not ready for way too fast, and shit that you know about that if somebody just pointed a little bit of light on it, you would be like, oh, that's why I've been thinking like this. Ooh, 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 ooh. They don't tell you that never, or you don't learn that till you grown. So what I mean in this situation is nobody should be getting married, right? Without understanding honestly what it means to make a lifelong commitment of unknowns. You're committing to a lifelong situation of unknown situations. You're telling this person that through all them, you know, when you get through saying everything and you combine it and sit in here, woo, 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 that equal, show to whatever you own, I'm on it. Whenever we get there, I'm on it. But the reality of the situation is, if you were to say that part of the sentence to a person, they wouldn't agree to that because most people know that there are certain things that they're not okay with. And I'm not saying they should be okay with it. I'm saying that's a fact. Like, but you don't find that out until you married and run up on one of them lines. Now, or you in a relationship with a person. Ain't even got to be
Well,
married. You just in a serious relationship, and y'all hit a
well,
point, and you like, oh hell no, I can't do this. You tripping? Like this? How you gonna respond to this? Nah, I can't fuck with you. But when you commit to somebody lifelong, now you got this thing hanging over you that says, well, then I agree to be with this person through whatever. Do I feel bad if I don't want to be with this person? Should that person feel bad if they don't want to be with me? Oh man, do I feel bad that they don't want to be with me now? What you know what I'm
well,
saying?
well,
Like it's too much
well,
that
here's
you don't understand before you make a lifelong commitment like that.
let me ask you a question. Do you think what you just explained has something to do with people now waiting longer and just not even getting married at all? Like
Yeah,
marriage rate is so low, bro.
yeah. I'm
It
gonna tell
went
you
up,
why, bro.
but it's
Only
still
reason I was
low.
gonna say that is because I think younger people have more access to information earlier, and they've watched their parents, like young kids now. If you 18 right now, you watched your parent raise you in a real hybrid type fashion. Like a lot of parents, like a lot of
It's
parents
not
were,
traditional.
yeah. So like you might have had like a steady relationship for a few years of your life. Your mama or daddy might have been single for a few years of your life. Y'all might kind of have whatever kind of relationship right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not to mention your grandma might have been a single mama. Like you and your folks might have not had your biological daddy in the house in 2 generations or 3 generations right now. Especially
Yeah.
if your great grandma, because your
But
great grandma could have been born in '79, nigga.
well, think about
If
this,
if
bro.
she
We the kids of Generation X, right?
we the senior
And
millennials.
right, right. So we the children of the previous generation, the Generation X,
Yeah,
and the end of the baby boomers in the Generation X, right? So in that instance, now our kids are the Zennials and shit. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what
so
I'm saying.
it's like,
So
right. So like, how do we? We're 2 generations removed from traditionalism.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And so, how do we get back to that? Because that's how I believe we save Black America. I think we need to get Black families back together, which
nigga,
control our dollars, which then puts us in like this. It's the trickle down. You know what I'm saying?
bruh,
It's the trickle down. You know what I'm saying?
you speaking my motherfucking language, nigga. When I tell you, I believe the strongest thing that a black man, black woman, or black family can do is maintain a nuclear family. Like that, the strongest launching point for anything you want to do. I totally agree with that. So what you got to do is it go back to what we saying. Now you got to convince that man to choose a unit to build. You got to convince him to do that. Yeah,
Well, yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me yet.
Go ahead,
we
Steve. Go
got you.
ahead,
Go
Steve. Go
ahead,
ahead.
Steve
Go ahead
O.
and get in. Go ahead and get in, man.
It's
I know
been a
we've been
journey. I
talking.
don't even.
Sorry.
I got like 3 mics and only one of them worked, but here we are. Um, Back in the day when there was broken, especially when you had broken family nuclear structure, there were things that were put into place. I don't know if you guys remember before Bad Girls Club and everything that we got now. Monique started a show called Charm School, and in Charm School, it was essentially an experiment to say, listen, I can take the worst behaving women that are out there and train them to have social and to have charming features to smooth out the rough edges
Yeah,
and
feminine.
train them
Need to be feminine.
right to be feminine precisely. And that kind of thing existed, and it's not a new concept. Her concept was an old concept that they used to have, that there were literally
Well, no,
institutions.
there are still charm schools. Like there are schools that chicks go to be like to learn how to be a like a female.
When's the last time you seen one marketed?
They're not. I mean, they're not a lot in the U.S. I've seen some like most of like in London and in Europe and shit.
I about to say a lot
Oh,
of them probably in London.
let's bring one. I mean, the thing is when there has been generations that have been skipped in terms of relationship skills, then then it's no different than we take a 4-year course to get for college. We got courses for certification and all
All
of these
right,
other things.
all right, Steve. I'm gonna ask you this though. My pushback
Mhm.
is, how
Of
do you
course.
get the women in those courses? How do you get the women to relinquish the power that they have? Because right now they're being given, bro. They're spending money pushing black female influencers. They're spending money on this Black Lives. Who the fuck leads the Black Lives Matter? To
Gay women, ain't
some
Two
whole
lesbians, I
exactly.
believe. Two
I'm
or
gonna
three
say some
lesbians,
women, bro,
backed by Soros.
and they
But
getting paid right.
mhm,
Like that money she spent when Black Lives Matter money. That money she spent with to do exactly her job.
right.
She was
Well, here's the
paid.
thing: the way we do it is we do what everybody else in the world does to the black woman. We market it.
They got,
We set
bro.
we
They got
you
too many black
establish you
women. They got
establish a
too many.
standard.
I'm
You
with you.
establish
I'm
a
with you. What I'm
We have
saying,
to
we got
start
to
with
do what we
children,
doing.
bro.
We got to
We
do what
have
we
to
doing
start
right
with
now.
with children.
Right, but
and I definitely feel you. I want to hear you. I do want to hear your point because I'm just joining in, so I'm trying to.
speak your
Uh,
mind, man. Speak your mind.
but I feel like a standard, any type of thing, like for example, the reason why Kevin Samuels has gotten to the point that he is that he's establishing a standard for the black man to follow. To say, listen, there's levels to this. We're trying to get up here. The rest of y'all have been here. I've got and I can clearly define it. I'm going to cut through all this ambiguous, cloudy, king, whatever, king. You run the city. You own the block. Okay, let's define what that actually is. Are you there or not? Yes or no? And the thing is, it's easier for black men for men in general to accept that because we're smacked in the face with reality every day. So we either we are or we aren't. unless you're emotional. Then you're all over the place. When it comes to women, a standard has to be set. Are you a queen or not? Here's the standard to be a queen. In London, I'm wearing the shirt, ironically. In London, in order to be queen, there's literally a defined standard that's been going on for hundreds of years, passed down from generation. In order to be queen, you have to be this, this, and this. You have to be of this bloodline. You have to be connected with this people. You have to be, and if you're not, you can then do you follow as are you a duchess? Are you a princess? Are you a duke? There is a clear defined. There are schools for this. There are colleges that have reputations to uphold, that pump out the standard of whatever a queen of what royalty is. And I'm saying the same thing can be applied for the black woman, which is you consider yourself a queen. Here's the standard. You must look this way. You must behave this way. You must hold. I mean, the AKAs have a standard. You can see an AKA from a mile away half the time just from the skin color. That's a whole nother story. But or the complexion, if you will. Half the time you are if you realize that she's in a sorority, even without the hand signal. The point is that
Mac, you going in
they
and out.
okay,
Go ahead,
right.
Steve.
But the point I'm making is that if we can establish, you market a standard, and have clearly defined benefits, clearly defined statutes, clearly defined laws that say, listen, you are not a queen
I was
unless you
getting some
hit
feedback.
this. If
Go
you
ahead.
have not, if you have not, if you've not reached this standard as queen, I'm sorry, you know, if you want to have goddess level, you can have queen level. You can literally market
So
anything.
basically, what you're saying is but who's going to set that standard? It has to be us. It has to
And
be
that,
black men to set the standard and say, "Hey, this is
Who-
what a wife should be." You know what I'm saying? As a black woman, for lack of a better word.
well, then that
But how
will,
do we? But here's the
if we're
thing, though.
gonna,
We're not incentivized to say shit like that, bro. Anything you say about a black woman, you get fucking
I don't even think
ate
you
the fuck
should.
up.
I don't
but
think you should try to create that collective standard. I think you should. I think you have to take that standard and individualize it, because there's no way that you're gonna have 30 American black women right now say we're gonna do this and that to be this queen right now.
are you kidding? All you would have to do is for example, I mean, it's the standards are marketed to us every day. Louis Vuitton markets themselves as a standard for luxury, luggage, and clothing. The same thing can be applied. It's all about marketing. Sometimes you have to get creative. And a lot of times the way to create a standard is to create scarcity. But that would mean that there would have to be a class of men that are almost unobtainable, in the sense that, hey, we only choose the best. And the only way to get to the best is if you meet this particular criteria. Let the games begin. Trump has a standard for beauty when he does the beauty pageants. Here's our standard. Do you meet it or not? Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. You don't meet. Have a nice day. Simon Cowell has a standard for performance and singing. Do you meet that standard? That was absolutely dreadful. It was like a paper cut on my eardrum. That was the worst singing I've ever heard in my life. Dismissed. We're presented with standards all the time. So I'm saying that has there ever been? Well, there has been. But what is the current standard, and can we take it up a notch? Can we market it? There's when clubs, there was thousands of clubs all over the place. Then you had Studio 54, where they established the VIP room and said, yeah, I don't care if you're a millionaire, you're not getting in the club. we got a standard here. It used to be standards back in the 70s and the 60s where if you wanted to go to certain house parties that you would charge women who were coming in by the size of their waist. The bigger the waist, the more that they had to pay in order to get into the club. Incentivizing small waist, pretty face women getting into the club, establishing a standard, stating something that, listen, it's exclusive here. I'm sorry, ma'am. It's exclusive. Do you meet the criteria? We got standards when we go to the club. Hey man, you can't get in with them shoes. Take your hat off. Take your tuck your chain. You know, standards are all over the place. And I'm saying that if you make the queen a solid standard and get away from this idea of, you know, we can't from we're all queens, we're all goddesses. No, we need a clearly defined, if you're a goddess, this is what a goddess means, this is what a goddess does, this is what a goddess behaves, this is what a queen does. You know, you're right now you're a duchess.
I think when you start to get, see, I think the issue is
I don't disagree with the concept. Go ahead, Tom.
I don't, but
Yeah, good concept.
when
Good
you
concept.
trying to, you would have to social engineer it, like I said, like you said, like you would have to market it because there's no way we can directly say these things. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, there has to be a class of dudes. Like all the dudes will have to come together and be like, not just come together, but have an understanding.
That's the point. That's the part that I think will be powerful, because what you would literally do is market it to women through men. You would,
that's what I'm saying.
The men.
That's what I was getting to. Yep.
To own it, to either basically you either single or your chick is on this program, she get with the program, or she get up out of there and you single again. And this how we rocking up until we find women who fit whatever criteria we just decided. You did. So I agree with the concept. The only thing about that particular thing is now you asking a man to do something that he don't necessarily want to do. So now you got to give him something more valuable than that, because you know that's basically how we work.
Well, that's where the understanding of us. We understand that we have to lead, like you said before. If we understand that, then that's how we get the women on board.
I think that's the simplest, the easiest
way
to
prove the work
is to convince other men that all you got to do is like just the simple concept, bro. We have the all thing like we have the small thing. Control yourself, which will help you control your immediate environment. Controlling that immediate environment, it gonna change it to what you need it to be. Whether that's changing this person or whether that's changing that person.
And I'm saying a lot of these things can be taught. And the thing is, it can be marketed. You can get money behind this because you can get companies to support this standard. For example, if there's a beauty standard, let's get the beauty product standard, right? Oh, we establish it. Do you want natural hair? Do you want long hair? Do you want Remy?
We want natural hair, man. We don't. Black men have been screaming natural hair for I don't know how long, but they tell us since we like pictures on Instagram and we like all the rappers get these bitches. We not rappers.
And so my thing is that all it takes is to get the desirable, unobtainable men, the high demand men,
right,
and get them on the program along with sponsorships from companies that will benefit. For example, if there's a beauty, again, I said like hair was just one example. You say we want natural hair, let's get natural hair products and get the best of the best and say, listen, what kind of hair, I don't even talk to nobody unless you're using this, African contour hair, because that ain't what, no. and you establish a requirement that I only talk to people that have this type of natural hair product. I only talk to, when it comes to your health, I only talk to women that have been trained by the best physical trainers that I establish, and have a group of certified physical trainers. Have a have you know, you ain't even listen. I only talk to women that are certified from such and such charm school, the
So
Bromwell and Brown
I
charm
mean,
school.
you can't be that technical.
I'm saying
But
that
I get the
that's the
concept.
level. That's the level.
I got you.
At when you're in the top 10% of men, you can demand anything. You can demand. You
I
can
got you.
demand.
I mean,
Listen.
I got you on that.
Yeah.
well,
I'm saying that you can make it as
But
high and obtainable as you want, because what you find in a lot of women is that they have the desire to have what other women can't have, and to get what they can't have. And we all want it. If Louis Vuitton was in the back of Walmart, would we give a damn?
go ahead, Mike.
and what I'm about to say is, and to answer your question is, most people would not give a damn because, to your point, making it scarce, creating rare commodities is
Yeah,
exactly what drives the value and price up. And
right.
then I was gonna say, when I'm sitting here thinking about what you're saying, they have that. They created that platform. I mentioned it earlier. Black World Order (BWO). They have where they have defined this standard of what a black man should be doing to consider himself a black man, what a black woman should be doing, things of that nature.
Get it free.
Yeah, I think you
Oh,
drive.
breaking up.
I think you having network issues.
Hey, every time you say something,
Every
they
time
don't
you
like.
about to say some real shit, he frees up, bro. You
But
never lied on that.
and my thing is that if it's been tried before, we need to find out where the weaknesses are and fix them. But at the end of the day, it's marketable. You can establish requirements like real estate. You can establish requirements like a certain type of schooling,
What
a
I think,
certain
I think we need to establish
a
a
certain type of lifestyle.
specific. I think we need to establish a curriculum of life skills, not fucking ABCs and ones and twos. I'm talking life skills that our kids need to function properly in this society.
I just think we
Right.
need to definitely focus on the kids, but mostly focus on these men, but we gotta focus on boys, like males.
That's what I'm talking about
Like, we gotta teach.
specifically.
I think that they
But both need a standard to understand, like, hey, woman, you can't grow up with this fucking masculine ass energy. Man, you need to have this fucking masculine energy to fight and for your fucking women and to build out here in this world.
we gotta
You know what I'm saying? We got too much of the reverse shit, and that's bullshit.
yeah, we gotta defeminize it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. Then we're gonna have to be real honest with ourselves. We're gonna have to really be honest with ourselves, because that's going to require, in order to defeminize the black male, we're going to have to start with our diet. Because
Yep.
there was a study that was done, that was about 5 or 10 years ago, by a doctor, by a black professor out of the University of California, Berkeley or something like that. He found out that a pesticide that had a 50+ % market share. So they half of the United States used this pesticide called atrazine, and this atrazine uh, was a chemical that, when frogs,
Yep.
got in contact with it, it would create gender bending.
I remember.
They call the term is called the term essentially it's gender bending, but it's essentially the male frogs became more docile, less aggressive, less, they would stop
So
mounting the females
they
to mate.
feed they
And the females started trying to mount the males and became more aggressive and docile, literally reversing this thing. One of the number one crops in the United States right now is soy, and it's in candy bars. It's in almost all the foods that you can think of, soy sauce, everything that you can name it. But no one asks about, well, what does it do? Other than, I mean, you think it's healthy because it's a vegetable, but what does it do in the body? Because Dr. Carver, Dr. George Washington Carver, the guy who studied the peanut, studied the soy plant, said, nope, don't, the soy plant is not to be consumed, avoid it at all costs. Now it's one of the number one plants in America and around the world. But what does it do? When soy enters your body, it imitates estrogen. It's literally contains some type of enzyme that imitates estrogen. And what do we do with it? We said, well, milk is, a lot of people are lactose intolerant. We don't want to give that to babies. Milk contains, antibiotics and things of that nature. But soy soy milk is an alternative. We can switch to that. It's much more healthier. It's plant-based. And what happened? 10, 20, 30 years from now, we've got people saying, boy, I feel like I'm born gay. This is real for me. I feel like I was born this way. Well, what did you have? What was being sent to your body from the beginning? What's in all of your candy bars? What's in all of the boxed food that we get at the that we get from SNAP programs and various
the free shit.
food stamps and whatnot. Where you go in there, the food, the even if you get breaded chicken, the breading on the chicken is made from soy, and things of that nature. What else? They plastic bottles contain BPA, which were used in baby bottles. And then you pour the milk into it and then heat it up in the microwave. And what happens? That BPA would seep with the plastic. You can smell the plastic in the drink that you're drinking. What was that BPA? Another compound that when it enters the body imitates estrogen. It's also cancerous, by the way, but which is why when you go get a baby bottle now, you'll see a little sign on there that says BPA free after they've completed that particular experiment. But there's at least 3 major ways that we're getting just diet alone. Let's separate, and this is separate from child molestation. This is separate from, rape and all types of egregious crimes that have been done to people that have been, as we say, sugar in the tank or been tampered with, so to speak. Let's just start with diet alone. We're consuming products that are making us more emotional and feminine. And on the flip side, when you take, this is why organic food is so important. When you take all of these things and you combine them together, you get an environment of people you get an environment of men that are emotional. You get an environment of men that don't know how to be men and don't want to be men. And then compounding that with single family households where all they're getting is feminine energy 24/7. 24/7, whether they're consuming it, they're watching it, and they're around it. Literally taking our warrior class of men, which would be a complete threat if we were decide to militarize ourselves and go and fight whatever the powers that be who are not meaning us any type of well-meaning or any type of good faith. Just imagine if, and this is a separate story about, just imagine if our football teams, if all of our football teams were military trained, how devastating we would be on the battlefield when you
Small,
got.
but that's small, but
I
yeah,
know, but
I got
I'm saying that we
But
are
I do
we.
agree with your point. I do agree with your
Mhm.
point that it does start with diet. That is one place that we can all easily start. We can all easily kind of, we can choose that's in our power. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
that's one of those things that we definitely control. We
right.
control exactly what we put in our body. I wholeheartedly agree with you with that, and
We
we
got
definitely
food.
have to not trust the we can't always trust what they allow on the shelves.
Yeah, I looked one time. I had a buddy of mine. We went to Walmart. He went to the juice section and picked up one of those pre-made jars of Tang. You ever heard of Tang? It's kind of like a off-brand Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I looked at the ingredients and I
Yeah, we
said,
know
well,
where Tang is, nigga. We know we from the hood, but we know where Tang is.
I'm from the
Yeah.
shy, so I don't know what they have in the
I
A,
mean, that shit
but
was in the suburb, nigga. We had Kool-Aid and Flavor Aid, nigga.
right. But I looked at Tang and it contained a chemical inside. I think it was called pyrophosphorus or pyrophosphorus or something like that. I looked it up. One of the side effects of this particular chemical was weakness. Weakness. Like you're literally drinking weak sauce, and it's
But I
being
thought I
fed to
thought
the hooker.
Tang I thought Tang was supposed to be like, oh, it's a kick in the glass. You know what I'm saying?
It's a kick in the ass.
You're kicking the ass. Did I about
There you
to
go. There you go. There
Oh,
you go.
maybe something else too, but I'll leave that alone.
say?
Um,
Kool-Aid dangerous
So
too
so
though.
after the diet, right?
yeah, that's
We
right.
start with the
That's just
diet. Well, that's
basic.
something we can correct like immediately. And then as men, I think that we have to there has to be a a a, a line that say, you know what, like you said earlier when you referenced Kevin Samuels, like him setting like a standard for what men should allow to want to be like in the legal realm, you know what I'm saying, as far as being a LinkedIn type dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so
absolutely.
I think that that's another thing that a black man should like Spider. You don't have to want to be like another dude, but you understand what I'm saying. Like there's a way we need to move in order to be successful.
Yeah, I
And not
100%.
only successful in as far as personal and financial and all that stuff, but there's a way we need to move in order to be as successful with our women
Yeah,
as a whole, as a mass. So rather you are the dude that is making, sorry, the dude just making, if you're making 30,000, but you're $30,000 dude, but you move like an excellent $30,000 dude, and you're moving how you need to be moving to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that man should necessarily get less from a woman, you know what I'm saying, than the guy that makes $1 million. But I also believe that that guy is not as valuable as the guy that does make $1 million, if that makes sense.
But see, then if that's the case, then the only way to even that out is for him to choose a less valuable female.
Right, right. I mean, a guy, right, but I mean, a guy making $30,000, he don't have a high value skill.
Right.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
long as he don't get no high value female, he get him a $30,000 chick.
That's what I'm saying. But see, those chicks, even though she qualify only for that 30,000, she don't believe she.
Because what she knows is her value is not only qualified in money.
Who?
That female. Men don't value women based on their money like that. It's a part of it, but it ain't even a big part.
They don't, bro. It's a lot of women don't see that. A lot of women don't see don't. What do we value in women? You heard me? Oh, he froze up. I think he froze up again.
So what we value women?
Yeah, I was asking a question. Like, as a man, like, what do we value in women? You know what I'm saying?
Looks,
And that
how they think.
we value. I mean, I speak for me. You know what I'm saying? But I think men as a whole love a chick who's easy to get along with, who he can be himself around without judgment. A guy, a woman that's inspirational to and just and also pretty. I mean,
Yep,
you know, have a certain aesthetic to her. You know what I'm saying? Like she ain't got to be fucking Halle Berry, but she has an aesthetic to
and smart,
her. So
common sense. I didn't know, man. You got a piano? I didn't know you had a piano, man.
no, man, that's the green screen. I got the
Oh,
green screen photo back there. Yeah, I got this green screen up. You know what I'm
I got to
saying?
get me one of those, man.
Yeah, I'm in actually I'm in my office. You know, sitting here next to the all the goodies. But yeah, I got the
Got to
green
get me
screen in
one
the
with
back.
King Kong hanging off the chandelier, man.
King Kong.
Have him hanging on the chandelier,
They gonna ban you off the internet with that shit.
hanging on the chandelier with a tuxedo on.
They gonna ban you out there. But no, but look though, man. I think that those are the things we value. I think we got to come to the table. But it's been good. I appreciate y'all.
What time it is?
We've been at about 2 hours. Half of it probably we probably did like 45,
It
50
past 10
minutes.
o'clock.
Yeah. It's almost 11 y'all time.
Damn, I got to watch on Queen of the South and Snowfall.
I got to catch up on Snowfall too, man. I got to
It
watch.
come on
Well,
again.
I'm just one episode behind, so. But
It
I'm
come on
gonna
again at
go
12,
get
I
it
think.
when I get a chance, huh? I got some work to do, but I'm gonna check it out when I get a chance.
True.
That ain't Queen of the South. I usually watch them with my.
Hey, it going down on Queen of the South too, man.
I got you. Yeah, it is. Me and my wife, that's our thing. So we I kind of will try to wait until say we both
Got to
watch
watch it
it.
with her.
Yeah. I kind of try to wait. I sometimes I watch it and I just figure we watch it with her just because we kick it like that. But
I seen a
it
big
is
jock
what
episode like that.
it
When she came home, she was like, "Baby, we got to talk." And he was thinking like, "Man, I ain't been cheating. I've been
I
faithful.
seen
What?
that.
What's going
I seen
on?"
that.
She's like, "On what episode of such and such is on a power or something?" He said, "It's on 8." He said, "On what episode we stopped watching that?" About 3. So you been watching without me?
It got the watch history right there. That's the crazy part. But see, that's the thing. You could delete it, but then she gonna know you deleted all of them. It's like, hold on, it has your history, so it knows where you stop.
Yes, man. I made a mistake. Started over by mistake, man. I try and pick the other boy and hit that one by mistake, man. Hit too many buttons. I'm not paying
Josh,
attention, man.
but y'all funny, man. Those skits are hilarious.
Oh yeah, they
Those
real
skits
funny.
are hilarious, man. I fuck with y'all.
I like when the old girl had that big old booty and he was on crutches. Then when his teeth were missed when he smiled.
John is hilarious, man. Also, like he just had some crazy ass things. Remember when had that one when he was hitting all the chicks and they was just in the wheelchair. They got that
Oh
like that.
yeah. So,
The
so you got
whole
about 2
hood
weeks,
walk,
girl. You got about 2 weeks.
all the hood chicks walking around. They just running around. Like, no, I need a couple days. Yeah, I'll be there on the Thursday though. Thursday.
Had one to try to walk time and finish. Oh no, you don't know. You gonna need a wheelchair by 2 weeks.
Oh man, those skits are hilarious, man. But we're gonna do more combos like this. I think this is good for us, man. And if you guys want to get together again, let me know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We'll keep the convo how it is, and
And
I
eventually
think
we're gonna start to get some female point of views in here.
We can do that. We can do that already. I got a couple of people we can bring in that actually want to
I got a couple of perfect ones to bring in.
reach out to them, let them know what we're doing. I'll chop it up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna redo this. I'm gonna grit the video, edit it, and then I'm gonna bring out our discussion and upload it.
All right. Until next time, man.
All right, man. One love.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Same here.